5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
All right. How about it, peeps? It is Friday. We are glad to be here on the ever popular, ever expanding, ever mind expanding show, the Live with Neve show. We'll call it the Live and Mandy Hour right now. We're going to come at you with everything we've got. We're going to have all kinds of barrels both loaded, and we're ready to hit the ground running. So we're going to just quickly review the good news of the day. Join me in raising a glass and drinking to the death of O.J. Simpson. That's right. We're going to be partying hard tonight. I'm going to tell you guys a little story about a friend of mine who used to work at Carnival Cruise Line. And she used to encounter OJ, the man, the myth, the legend, at a legendary club in Miami adjacent to the Carnival Cruise Line headquarters. As it was, her experience with OJ is he's a creeper. He would sit in the back of this bar. He would kind of just be leaning there, and he'd sit and he'd be like, he'd like be sitting there with his hands in his pockets. God knows what the guy was up to. I mean, he's just some kind of real freakazoid, as we know. And he was probably sitting there thinking deep thoughts like, you know, I'm going to steal all my shit back. I'm going to go to Las Vegas. I'm going to steal it all. I'm going to beat their ass and show them the juice still got it going on. Well, you know, we all know what happened to the juice. They don't play in Vegas, man. And remember, what you do in Vegas stays in Vegas unless you get arrested and stay there for 10 years to life. That's right, folks. You fool around in Las Vegas, you might get your pee-pee slapped. That's right. Those Mormons out there, they like sin and they like vice, but only in certain places with the lights off and a certain position, which we will call the missionary, because there's so many goddamn Mormons out there. That's what they're all up to. 16 wives, 16 brides, 40 fucking kids. It's just the end of the world as we know it, but I feel fine. Does any guy out there want 40 wives? No. Well, I don't. Does any woman really want 40 husbands? For God's sakes. Of course not. I mean, really, it's just like, you know, it just gets too weird. Trust me, having a couple at the same time, it doesn't work, people. It always turns ugly and sore. Somebody gets mad. Somebody's getting, oh, listen to this. I like this. You know, when OJ called me to visit him in his hotel room, he had to have everybody, all of them, sign a non-disclosure, including his kid, Sydney. Let's see, we've got Sydney and Justin, and then two older ones, Marguerite Whitley and Jason and Arnell. Arnell's the one that they, some people have alleged that he was part of the killing of the young Goldman and Mrs. I've just gotten looks like an emergency message here. Let's just check it. I don't want to look at it on the computer screen because everything's going pretty well here. Hang on, let me just make sure this isn't our first guest trying to get a hold of us. Go. No, I don't want to go to settings. Done. Got it. Go away. Now, who's this? I don't know who this is. I believe you are here for a free car giveaway. You believe this shit, people? I got people calling me up. I'm bringing man.
Punked! I'm glad you did bring me on, because I'm like back here, and I was like, no, bring me on. Well, I'll talk about shit while you figure out what the hell is going on.
There we go. Well, I'm glad you're here. How are you? Happy Friday.
Good. Happy Friday.
Splendid. Are you gigging tonight?
No, I'm chilling like a villain.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That is a good thing.
I am.
They tell us we're going to have this incredible torrential rain and stuff. I read it.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm just looking at the shore here, so I can only judge it by what we're seeing at the moment. But
Yeah.
It rained this morning. It's just not that bad. I think we're gonna have. It's kind of nice outside. Hell,
Listen,
I was out there.
I gotta tell you, it's like I'm at the point in my life, and it's funny because, like, when you said that about, like, am I gigging? This is the first thought in my mind, and I think a lot of people can relate with this. It's like at this point, I'd rather stay home than play with the wrong people. I, I
Isn't
can't.
that the truth?
My heart can't do it. I can't. I
Uh,
can't. So,
you know what? I don't blame you. And you know, it really comes down. The younger any of us learn this, people, all you young gutter
yeah,
snipes out there. Let me tell you something. The sooner you learn to really not give a shit what people who think about you who don't matter. Always consider the source. You may not be depressed. You might just be surrounded by assholes. Even Sigmund Freud wrote that.
oh my God. Listen, I'm going to have to tag Phil. All right, Phil,
Hey, Phil.
this is exactly, yeah, Phil, this is exactly like he's one of the most talented musicians I know. He has been surrounded by, unfortunately, assholes a lot of
It
his life.
happens. It happens.
And, it takes, like, in me being a transplant, when I was putting the band together, like, I remember meeting him and being like, oh, that's a special one.
Right.
And then years later when he answered my ad, I was like, oh, it was like, yeah, duh,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's one of those instances. It's like, you know what? You're right. Sometimes, even like, especially good people, you're thinking, what did I do to deserve this? What do I do to deserve this? And
You never know.
sometimes,
Things just sometimes go kapoof.
yeah, like
Like
there's too many assholes. The asshole quota is just overfilled. Yeah.
I'm all out of shits to give about stuff like that. I don't know why, but I just life's too short to play with assholes.
Yeah.
And I'm looking here. We've gotten to. I don't see a distress message from our guest.
Oh,
Which account?
nice.
Let's see. Where to? What do we?
Well, that's always a good thing.
Live with Neve. Let's see if he's in a different one. Scott Schroen, 4 p.m. He says he's here.
Maybe you need to
Uh,
look harder. Are your glasses working?
yeah.
Did you
Hang on a
burn your
minute. We're
retinas
gonna
when
go ahead
when the
and
eclipse happened?
let's see here. Let me get an invite going. I know I sent him one. Copy. And let me go over here to. I'm sorry, peeps. We're just taking a quick, brief thing to get our guest on. Scott, where are you, buddy? Scott, come in once. Scott. There he is. And we're going to go ahead and paste him in here. And he's off. We're going to have Scott with us chilling like a villain in a minute.
Excellent.
And that's good. I love it when a plan goes the way it should. I like it when everything just clicks. I can feel it today. It's like a momentous day. We will have no technical foibles. I know some would go, don't jinx it. That would jinx. It's bullshit. This is a fine day to have a fine show.
That's right.
We,
That's right.
Can you still see me at this point?
Yeah, looking good, sounding good.
Feeling good, man.
Feeling good.
I'm going to be pimping Beyonce and the #1 country song of the year.
Horrible. Horrible. Horrible.
Proof that you can pay promo and get anything to #1. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I have nothing against. And don't get the Bayhive after me. I don't need a bunch of them buzzing around. I'll get out my bear spray. Just fuck off, okay? Look, Beyonce is excellent. She's beyond talented. She's got more money than anybody.
She did not
But
need to do
she
that.
is not needing to. It's not country. It's
not.
pop drivel, and
It
it's
is.
like
It
doing
is.
a crappy pop song with cowboy boots on.
Right. It's like someone who writes pop songs saying, now what's country-ish? We got to make it country-ish. What do you think?
I mean,
and she's like, and then like that.
It was
And you're
awful.
like, no, that's not you, babe. That's not you.
I tried
Yeah.
to dig it and tried to be like open-minded and stuff, but sometimes a turd is just a turd, and I hate to say
That's
it,
true.
but that song is a turd. And
It's true. I didn't even know what I was listening to, and that's the truth. Like, I knew it existed, and it was on the radio, and I wasn't paying attention, and I was doing the channels, and like it popped in, I go, what the fuck? And I was like, oh shit, it's that shit.
I agree, man. That shit is as far from country as it gets. Okay, Scott, I just sent you an invite. I love this. Invitation. Come on in. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait till this. We're almost done with this set, so this will probably get him. Oh, it's him. It's Pro Guitar. He's right here. Here, I'm gonna post this.
Oh,
I'll paste this copy of it right
and that's
here.
what's up.
Here we go. I just sent it to you on screen now. Hold on. There you go, Scott. https semicolon / StreamYard.com / TCY lowercase 6 lowercase q NVRWD as in dick or dog. Or in the frightening story, some chick in Florida, her husband got arrested for pooning on a kid at some school event. And this is disgusting, people. So if you want to hear something that'll make you cringe and angry, this guy gets arrested at school pooning on some young girl, and they take his phone and he gets arrested for pornography, what he's on his phone. Oh, here's Scott. He's lurking in the shadows along with
bananas.
Traci and her co. Hey, Scott, can you hear me okay? Peace, love, and understanding, brother. Well, we have our guest here. So we got about 2 minutes, so I got to finish this tale of degradation and moral sin. Basically, they start looking through his phone at the police station, and the following day, lo and behold, what did they come up with? Something I, in my earlier comment, made, which is repulsive. They come up with evidence of his wife having a very, very friendly relationship with their Great Dane.
No, get the fuck out of here.
Florida man shit. That's all I can say.
Bananas.
Poor Tracy's down there going, I hope
Florida.
he's not my fucking neighbor, you know?
It's the penis insula of America.
Jesus Christ. It sure as hell is. I mean, uh-oh. She's giving me the eyeball. I see you, Tracy. Hey, baby. We're talking about some
That's
hillbilly
what's up.
who's got carnal knowledge of his wife messing with a dog.
Yeah, it's messed up.
I don't know if
It's messed up.
I can't hear you, hon. If she's talking, I hope she's not talking to us yet. Any rate, I'll bring her on in just a moment. After Ted, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm having a brain fart. God almighty, Scott. So, yes, so in other words, both dad and mom are in prison now, cooling their heels. And all I can say is, I don't think she's going to have a lot of friends in jail. It's just too icky. You want to sit down and eat lunch with somebody like that? Even if you're in jail, people have standards.
Yeah.
You go in and you do that. Hey, what are you in for? Well, I got
Been humping my dog.
got kinky last night and I fucked the dog.
Hey,
Fucking
Gabe, been
Great
humping
Dane.
my
His name
dog.
is, what's that dog? Marmaduke. Marmaduke Surprise. Anybody
been
out there has
riding
any good
Marmaduke's
names?
pole.
If you want to type in any good names that you think into the comments for these songs. I think this is a
Yikes.
Frank Zappa type song waiting to be written. I mean,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
It's just, really, people, what in the hell is going wrong with y'all? First off, you're acting dumb as shit every day on the news, crazy people running amok. Now you're out fucking goddamn dogs. Yes, this show is not PG, so if you're easily offended and can't handle the topic of some creepazoid pluking a dog, I don't know what to say. That is fucked up and funny at the same time. What? Next thing won't surprise me. She's probably like the head of the PTA or some shit, you know? Likes to go down there and bitch at the other moms. You ever run into those real bitchy PTA moms? I've seen them in my life. Man.
Well, sure.
God, some of them are like a nightmare. I'm like, the poor husband. And then you realize, oh, she doesn't have a husband. She already ran him off. She's got 5 cats and she's very happy.
Yes.
Very
Some
angry.
people, they get very bitter. Very bitter. There's no pulling them back sometimes.
No. But we're not bitter here about anything. And so we're going to do a quick commercial. We're going to bring on Traci and her excellent producer, Michael, who I have to get the rest of his name in my head, but I haven't. But Traci and Mike, I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. The only reason I remember Traci is because she's been on so many times. And she's
Traci and Mike better not come on and it's like Frank and Lucy, because, I'm just saying.
No, yeah, right? Ricky and... All right. Well, listen, we're going to do a quick break for a couple of our paying sponsors. And if you're out there and you want to put ads up, we do it really cheap. We have all kinds of bonus material that comes with it. So here's one from one of our artists. In fact, rumor has it that I've already started working on this record. And the rumor is true, people. Started working with Carlton Wilkinson yesterday and the day before having rehearsal. And we got 15 songs to go, but I really worked on one very hard, and we got a lot of pre-production done, so it's cool. Here we go.
There's some changes headed, like the Gulf Stream rise. rising like some gale that's been blowing off this wild bird island shore. And I can't say where, and I don't know when, but some old door's been opened in the restless shade. Poor man sagging cigarette takes the subway home. Rich man folding old regret steps on the rundown below.
They sentenced me to 20 years of boredom for trying to change the system from within. I'm coming now, I'm coming to reward them.
All right, all right. Nancy Kravitz Photography makes you look great. She can find the good side of my face every time, and damned if I can. So I don't know what she's working with, but you know, it's great face for radio, as they'd say in the business. So without any further ado, I want to bring on Traci Bickford, and I just want to tell you a little story for people who've not watched the show before or whatever. We became friends a couple of years ago through the ISSA organization, the International Singer-Songwriter Association. It's amazing, after 2 or 3 years now, I can actually rattle that off without trying to remember ISSA or ISA. I've heard people pronounce it ISA, but it looks like ISSA to me. So I don't know, maybe Traci knows, but we'll find out. And here she is. Just people, this is an example of somebody who works really hard. And I always dig that in musicians, singers, songwriters. She's got the right stuff, and got a great old man, and really they're both great folks. So here we are. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hey, how you
What's
doing?
happening? I couldn't be better. We're glad you're here. You know, we've got Scott will be on in a moment too, but you're here. So tell me, are you excited? How many nominations have you got?
This year I'm up for 7 nominations.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you
Nice.
so much.
Tell us a little
welcome.
bit about that.
Well, this is going to be my 3rd year. I'm up for, the first year I did 3. The second year I did 5, and this year I'm on 7. And I don't know if I can remember them all. Let's see. It's Rising Star, Emerging Artist, Best Vocalist, Best Video, Best Single. Oh, there's a couple more. It's on my Facebook page. I can't remember them all, but I'm very
It's okay. We
Nice.
definitely understand. You know, that kind
Thank
of.
you.
I have a couple of clips here that I'd like to play. I'm going to start it with one of my favorites in a minute. Let me get it in place here. This song to me is very. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. Michael? I'm remiss.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm sorry. It's a pleasure to meet you. I can't really see you because you're kind of behind the thing here. Let me add you guys here. Okay. And we'll remove this for a second. It's nice to meet you. I've enjoyed your work, listening to Traci's work, and she said you're a great guy. So you're a great guy in my book. You know, you're doing a good job for her. I really enjoy your work, and
Thank you.
you know, she seems great. So, how long have you got? How did you meet?
Well, I found him in the Yellow Pages. I was struggling with trying to find melody from all my songs that I've been written. I found him in the on the internet. Actually, I was looking, and my husband found him, and he said, "Here, give this guy a call." And I'm like, "Okay, it's gonna be my 5th time. You know, I'm gonna call him
Right.
up and see what happens." So I talked to him, and
Mhm.
I liked what he was saying. So I came in and I met with him, and I started singing. I started working with him, and I would not work with anyone else. He is a truly
Great.
a genius when it comes. I come in here and sing a song a cappella, and he'll pick up his instrument and play what I'm
That's
singing.
great.
And then he'll play every instrument to my tracks. He's just truly gifted.
Wow.
Nice.
I couldn't do it without him.
Well,
My
it's
songs
always
wouldn't be where they are without this man.
it's such an important thing as having a good team and people around you
Yes.
who are pro. They're your biggest fans if you work with people who are your fan and friend. It's so important. Well, I've heard a lot of great things, and I've heard the music grow, and I've heard you grow, and like you said, it seems so fast that 3 years has gone by, and it's great though. We're all alive and healthy, God willing, and you know. So people, I'm going to go ahead and play this song and stick around because after we're going to play the tune, we're going to talk a little more, and then we're going to have Scott come on and play some guitar and carry on. I got the order screwed around myself, but that happens, and so here we are. My mind wanders; it never gets lost, but sometimes it just I don't know. It doesn't. It wanders. It doesn't. It's not lost. It's just. Anyhow, we're going to bring out the song here. That's one of my favorite songs you've done, Traci. The first time I heard it, it oozes Patsy Cline to me, and I don't know if anybody hears that, but I hope you like it. I think this is a great song. So sorry, people. You could, yeah.
There we go.
I can hear you.
What I said was, how about that? Is that like Patsy Cline or what?
Yeah.
It kicks ass.
So
I
how
gotta
that
tell you,
happened is she came in the studio with this idea for a song, and it didn't have a good tune to it. So I just grabbed the primary instrument you hear is the guitar. It's my old 1991 USA Strat, just
All
strumming
right.
out the blues chords. And then, she kind of laid down the main body of the song. And when she came back, I put the drums, you hear a piano in there.
Right. I hear
In
the
fact,
P3 just kicking ass, holding that whole bottom together. It's great.
yeah, that's a Yamaha Mo 6 keyboard
Okay. Great.
on the
Great.
green T setting. So anyway,
Very nice.
it's pretty neat. And the guitar, the drums are right here in this drum room right next to me.
Mhm.
And we do all live instruments here. And
Excellent.
so
I love that. That's really cool. Where are you located, by the way, while we're talking? Pump
in
yourself.
Port Richey, Florida. Port
Said-
Richey, Florida.
Oh,
We're
right.
in-
Okay. I'm very familiar with
Port
Port
Richey,
Richey.
Florida. Yeah, it's not much, but we do have a Walmart and a KFC Taco Bell. So
It's all you
it's a great
need.
way to
Hey,
come.
you
Hey,
just
listen,
need what you
I
need.
know all about it. I've played at all those dives on 301 and 41 and Route 19.
Okay.
And, you know, I've been all over. I lived in Florida for 30 years. So I've been
Okay.
to, you know, I've got a lot of pals there. And I definitely, when I come down, I'd like to come see your studio. Hopefully we can all hang out and,
Yeah.
you know.
So I'd forgotten about this. We're making create music all the time. So when I hear a song that's from October, I remember. I don't remember things like that generally, but because it's a Halloween song, I knew we did it in October. And when it first opens up, there's a sound from the synth that's got
Right.
that ghostly sound.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah,
the-
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of, yeah, like the opening of Thriller, where it has that like
Yes.
spooky, like in
Yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yep.
has that
I love
same
it.
thing, you know?
And
Like
then,
it's
and then the door squeak, actually, that's the drum room. I just took
Okay.
the hi-hat microphone,
nice.
Yeah.
put it by the door, and opened the door, and there was a squeak. And,
When he said he instrument is live, he meant it. Even the door.
yeah.
That's great.
Nice.
And I know you don't
keyboard
use
had a
auto-tune.
thunder sound on it, so
What?
we
What?
hit the thunder key, and
Oh yeah, it turned out really. I was really thrilled to release this one. Why don't you give them your address, Mike, so you can let people know where?
yeah. So
Yeah.
people would come and throw eggs. 11134 Palmetto, 11134 US 19.
1134.
11134.
11134 US 19.
There we go. Huh? Huh? Can you
Huh?
speak a little louder, Sonny? Well, listen, it's been great to have you on. You know, you're always welcome on here, and I like you guys. I really, we've had you on many times.
Appreciate
and
you
I always-
having us.
I just love having you on. You got great songs, and that's what it's all about.
Appreciate
I've
that.
met so many good people through ISSA, and I guess I'm kind of
My partner
pumping
crime
the
right here.
drum for
Like I
them.
said,
They really
couldn't
are
do it
good
without my
people.
partner crime here.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I look forward to being down in Florida and getting to come see y'all and hang out. I've got lots of
Oh,
friends.
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe I'll stop in and I got lots of musician friends. We might have to gather up at your place and have some.
Yeah.
I used to, when I was a wage slave and I used to work my ass off, I would have a barbecue down in Florida every 3 to 4 years, and it was a good time. Let's put it that way. We'd have lots of food, lots of stuff to drink and eat, and all the party favors, and we
Florida's
just
a
never
tourist
knew who
state.
would show up,
Nice.
like we'd have 30, 40 people, all of them musicians and their wives. So, we'd all hang out and play songs we haven't played since the last time we saw each other. It's
Always
a good time. And now, hell, we can get together and, got a place like that. We'll just write some music and have some fun. I mean,
Yeah.
better time. Eating good food, eating lots of meat, potatoes, and all the good stuff. And all you vegans out there, don't worry, we'll toss you a sandwich. We got something for you too.
Right.
I'll make them a salad.
Yeah. I always say
Equal
people, we have cookouts sometimes, and for the vegans, we always, we bring paper towels.
Great. Yeah, I like it.
You're so thoughtful.
That's you got to be good. What the guy, man, he's one of my pals. We're eating meat tonight. Any questions? The little
Right.
vegan guy will come
Come on,
over and he'll be like,
sweet.
"All you have is meat." No, here, have some beer. Go away. No,
Yeah, there's
run
beer.
along. It's hot. It's
It's
hot.
yeah.
You know,
it's greens.
vegan.
It's good
Trust
for
me,
you.
it's vegan. I've seen some crazy things that you think about food products, vegan stuff, and then stuff that's just like fake, the mystery meat they have out now.
Oh yeah.
Those fake
Yeah.
hamburgers. I tried to eat one. I ralphed one down. I was just like,
No.
I don't know. It's worse than the worst Dairy Queen burger I've ever had. So I just can't do it. But, well, listen, thank you. What's the name of your studio so people can check you out?
Dream Lab Recording Studio.
In Newport Richey, Florida, people.
And
We're gonna go to a break. I
Port
love
Richey.
you guys, and we'll have you back as soon as you want. And who knows? Maybe I'll make my way to Atlanta for the awards or something. I know I'm not going to get any. I'm too mean. At any rate, that's okay though. We get our awards for meanness here. Bad boy.
Not me. I'm
You've
nice.
been taken off. Yeah, you're just an angel. So behaved.
I'm
So-
not. Just kidding. I am.
Yeah, I know.
Traci.
I've heard your story, girl.
Sometimes if you watch, you'll see how her halo sits a little crooked on her horns.
Yeah, there you go.
Straightens it out for me once in a while.
Yeah.
That's why I grew my hair long. It kind of hides that shit nicely with a
I
headphone.
think I
You
drive
know?
you nuts sometimes.
Yeah.
It's tough. All right, people.
I really
You've been
appreciate
listening to Traci Bickford and her producer. Mike, what's your last name? I'm so sorry.
Chauncey.
Chauncey. Mike Chauncey. All right,
Yes,
peeps. Well, we're going to be right back. We have Scott Schroen coming. We're going to be talking about Frank Zappa music. We're going to be talking about rivalry in the cover band, not cover band, but the tribute band stuff. We'll be talking about fun and madness and craziness. So stick around if you want, guys. If you're still standing up, well, we might drag you on at the end. We'll sing a song or something to everybody. Bye, everyone. We'll sing We Are the World. We are the squirrels. We are the children. No.
We are the one to make a better day, so let's all give
Oh,
in.
yes. And here we go. Daryl Flynn from Ireland.
Like a melting flake of snow this year. I won't be sad to see it go.
Hi, I'm Darren F. Flynn, a singer-songwriter from Ireland, and I'm on Live with Neve.
I would have said it couldn't happen here. The people we
Hi, everybody. This is Donna Frost, and I'm live with Neve.
Hi, this is LWan Sklar, and I am hanging with Neve, and I am having the best time of my life.
Live.
Hey there, it's Kevin Sorbo here, and you lucky people, you're live. You're live with Nev or Neve or Neve. I don't know. I can't say the dude's name. Anyway, you're on live with him, so I don't know. I guess that's a pretty good thing.
I'm Neil from Live with Neve. We have an exciting connection for our veterans, country music fans, and there is something for everyone. Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. That's right, we've partnered with Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. See you soon.
Hi, I'm trumpeter Greg Adams, and I'm live with Neve.
All right, all right. Well, everybody, now it's the moment we've all been waiting for. We're going to adopt a really sleazy radio voice in honor of Frank Zappa today. That's right.
All right.
Woo! We got a great friend of mine, anybody who can put together a band in the middle of fucking nowhere out in Detroit. I'm not knocking you for that, living where you do. I just mean that, like, I would never expect a Zappa band to be out there. And I met Scott when the show first came on. Let's just bring him on and say, good afternoon. How are you, man?
Hey, it's me.
Hey, Scott.
You
How
are
you
live
You are the slime
from the video.
creeping out all along the floor. It's good to see you, Neil.
It's great to see you too, man.
It was
really
a long time ago. You know, I looked it up and I couldn't find it. I bet it was at least maybe 10, maybe 12 years ago.
It was 5 because this
5
is
years
the
ago.
5th
Okay,
year
not
of
that
the
long.
show.
Well, you know, the first thing to go is the memory, like you said. Oh, and I can bring the coleslaw to the meat picnic if that's okay.
Excellent. We'll do that. Bring the coleslaw.
Nice.
I want to get like a launcher. Maybe we can have him stand there.
Yeah,
I don't know. I always like new dunk
Exactly.
tank technology and things like that. I know how to fundraise.
Much more efficient that way. You can just deliver it as fast as possible.
I guarantee you I can get Biden $1 million by tomorrow. All we have to do is set up a dunk tank up here at the Catholic Church. They're having a carnival.
Hey, just print it up, man.
Yeah, even get an imposter would be great fun. I mean, we could have Trump on one. I'm an equal opportunity offender, as most of my people know. We can have Biden on one side and a fat Trump lookalike, and see who's making more coin just on.
Either way, yes, for sure.
It doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. They're both equally repellent in the name of God.
I agree with you there.
You know, that said, I lean more towards business experience over whatever it is.
So 5 years ago, wow.
Yeah, you were one of my first guests.
Okay.
You had Ike. You were playing with Ike at the time, and we realized Ike was going through some challenges at that point. And I hope how's he doing? Is he getting better?
You know, I've talked to him probably about, it's been maybe 2 months, I'll say. And actually, I don't know how he's doing because his daughter, Leah, did a really, really good thing. She actually cut him off from everything. Like he doesn't have a phone. Last I heard, he was actually in a rehab lockdown.
Okay,
but he was improving and getting better. But I actually talked to him about 2 months ago. He sounded great. His attitude was good, and he was looking forward to being on the mend.
Well, great. I always like to hear stories, man. You know, remember everybody out there.
One more thing, real quick. But according to his daughter, he is not allowed to tour anymore because of his.
Right.
And God bless her for that.
You know what? Sometimes you got to just say it's time to knock it off.
He'll
I'm very lucky.
Until he can't tour anymore, and he's like, you know, he's killing himself. But his daughter stepped in and taken care of it, and she said, "No, that's it." So,
you know, that's probably for the best. It's very challenging for most alcoholics after drinking. If you, I'm very lucky, but I also don't.
I
take
miss
it for
the guy,
granted.
but I want him to. I'd rather miss him and have him be alive. You know.
Absolutely, and you know, we all put our hearts out to Ike. I'm not going to say his last name. Anybody
wish him nothing but the best.
Old knows, but,
always for sure.
You know, heart goes out to him. You know, remember, all of you guys will watch this. In life, we get the hell kicked out of us sometimes, and it's not. If you think you're not doing good about how you're fighting back to it, believe me, people are paying attention to how you react, and they notice it even if you don't feel it yourself. So, you know, if you're out there and you're struggling, I'm going to be 5 years sober, and I know people are tired of hearing it. I crow it because it helps keep me sober, and that's really the bottom line.
Congratulations, man.
If I didn't talk about it and say, I've kind of replaced my birthday, which is in September, with my sober day, which is in May, because it was such a life-changing perspective. My whole
rebirth,
like the life blinders came off. So it's a real day of improvement, and I'm lucky. I'm not sitting here going like this. Believe me, I was on the road a couple of weeks ago, and when everybody had a couple of whiskeys and stuff at night, you know, you got to. It's like I tell everybody. I feel like some people think I'm the alcoholic whisperer, and they call me about their bandmates, and I'm like, I can't help you, man. If you want to have them call me, I'll tell them what works for me.
Yeah,
they may not have just hit the floor hard enough, and then they go, "What do you mean by that?" I'm like, "Well, in my case, I had to do a double half twist with a gainer, and then the entry was great, but the landing was terrible, and you know, busted the hell out of myself, scared everybody half to death, and it was not my finest hour. However,
but you're here with us.
We're
today,
here.
man.
We're sitting here. We're talking. And I know
Exactly.
while we're talking medical old men and old person stuff, but I know you've had some challenges health-wise lately, and I hope you're,
you know, I have, and
you sound really good.
I haven't. Well, thank you very much. I feel good. I haven't really disclosed yet, and this is actually my first public, like, what I want to call it, publicizing this. I haven't publicized it all. I had a stroke in February. And February 11th, I had a mild stroke and surprised the crap out of me. We had to cancel a bunch of shows. Like it took out my right side, and I'm doing better. It was 2 months ago yesterday that it happened. Wow. And it's the main effect has been numbness. Like I had my last neurological checkup just last Tuesday, and the neurological doctor said his exact words were, not to sound funny, but as far as strokes go, you had the best one ever. I'm like, wow. Okay, you know, I'm still here. I'm walking. I lost some feeling in my right side, but my motion is good. So we had to cancel some shows, and but I am feeling pretty good. And we actually have a show in a couple weeks, and that's been my goal, to be back in shape by this show. And so I'm working hard to do it, and I feel good. I'm optimistic, and dude, I can't tell you what a struggle it's been. I mean, I wasn't expecting this. I'm 62 years old, but I'm in pretty good shape. And it's there's been a couple side effects, if you don't mind me just talking.
No, go ahead. No, we're both 62, so I'm like, we're in sync.
Yeah, so you know, this has been really interesting. I mean, I wouldn't wish this on anybody, but what happened was when the stroke hit me, it hit me in a part of my brain that controls different sensations, and so I just feel freaking starving all the time. I'm
Oh,
not,
yeah.
but I got the sensation of being hungry all the time. And that's one of the main things that's affected is my dreams. I am just dream crazy, like every
Wow.
night. My dream last night was riding my 4-wheel to a mall in India.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was all, and there's a lot more to it, but I'm dreaming that. And
Yeah.
also, I've noticed I'm much more creative. I've always been a creative guy, but they actually showed me a picture of my stroke, and it's over here somewhere. And wherever it is, it makes me hungry. I can't feel my right arm. My face is burning. I have crazy dreams, and I can just write lyrics and music even more than I could before.
That's excellent. I mean, not that
Well,
it's
yeah,
great that you have a stroke, but at least you're having
Really,
some
Neil?
you're having some no, but what I mean by, you know what I mean, everybody.
No,
The
yeah.
fact that you've gotten creativity
That's
out
an
of it.
interesting thing.
It's a weird.
That's for sure.
I've never heard of it
You know, and
either.
I've always been, dreaming and everything like that. But this is like I can actually pick up dreams where I left off from like a couple nights ago. Hey, I want to dream
That happens to me sometime. How
That's
about you,
awesome.
Mandy? Does that ever happen to you? Where
It's
you-
all
Me,
dreaming
yeah.
all the time.
It's a weird phenomenon.
Crazy. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So the residual effect is numbness in my right hand. My face is numb, like from about my middle of my nose.
You gotta lay off the blow, man.
Yeah, you know what? I will never smoke anything again in my life. Dude, I am all of a sudden the most healthy guy. Yeah, I'm in good shape. I'm not a prime candidate for a stroke. And actually, I didn't have a clot. I have what's called the stenosis. And what that is it's a narrowing of an artery. And they said it's probably genetic. Like there's nothing that caused it other than, genetics or, hereditary. Which
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do about that. And there was no rehab through the hospital.
Wow.
I didn't have to have any procedures or anything like that. And so that's why the guy said, as far as strokes goes, he said I'm a miracle. Like
I'm so glad because
Thank
I
God.
mean, my guitar player had one, and it took him
I'd
a couple
rather
of
not
years.
that it happened at all, but
Sure.
I'm just thankful to be here, man. I mean,
Well,
more
I
than
believe
we
it.
are too.
Yeah.
not just
every day above ground is a good day.
because it could have been a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I wanted to thanks for letting me to disclose that because I haven't really told a lot of people about it, and I've got a lot of people saying, "Why are you canceling shows? What's going on?" Well, that's why I had a medical condition, and I still have it, but I'm fighting back. And our next show is actually in a couple weeks, and so we stuck with the festivals over the summer, and I am just super motivated to do more than we did before.
Excellent.
Nice.
Well, that's it. Get up and do it. Be careful. Follow your doctor's advice. People out there, remember, don't try this at home. We're all experts here.
Yeah. I'm in good shape. There hasn't really been a lot of life changes. I quit smoking. Even I'm not smoking pot. I will never smoke anything again in my whole life.
Wow, that they say that the weed or the smoke could have an effect on your.
They said that it increases the chance of stroke 50% for anybody.
Wow.
No.
Anybody. Doesn't matter how old you are, anything like that. It tightens up your blood vessels and stuff. And I've never been a really heavy smoker, but I would smoke some cigarettes, and I'd smoke probably more than my share of pot. But it's okay to say that, right?
Of course. Listen, we're here it's legal as far as I know.
It's legal here in Michigan too. And that's the other thing. Okay, this is kind of upsetting. It just became legal, and I can just go to the pot store around the corner from my house and pick up like grams for like $5, and then I have a stroke and I can't smoke pot anymore. I'm like, well, fuck.
No.
Can you take gummies and shit? Because that's not ingested.
You know what? Actually, edibles are even worse. It's not the smoke; it's what it does to your brain.
Wow, that sucks. I may have to rethink my plans to retire to Jamaica.
Well, if you're feeling good about it, then that's up to you. But I'm not taking any chances.
I could see myself laying on the beach, getting my hair braided, paying like $5. Some of the native girls, they always see long hairs and they want to braid your hair.
Yeah, I'll go with you. I'm just not going to smoke anything.
Well, that's cool. I'll have to be the guy.
Never
Here I
been
am.
a drinker.
I'm California sober. I might have to give that up now. I don't know. Maybe I'll shave my head and join some weird religious cult.
Just take care of yourself. I mean, I was feeling good. I mean, when it happened, literally, dude, I didn't even stop what I was doing. It was a Sunday, February 11th. I'm here at home. Dude, I saw my bottom lips goes numb. I'm like, that's weird. And I waited 6 days.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're here, man.
Yeah,
I really am. Goddamn. People, don't screw around if you get a stroke.
Well, let me tell you what happened. So that night, it was like, I've got this numbness. Like, that's kind of weird, but I've had like a pinched nerve in my neck just from playing guitar all day, every day. So I'm thinking it's that, but I called a urgent care unit, and the guy says, "No, you're not having a stroke." I'm like, "Well, how do you tell that over the phone?" He said, "Well, if you're having a stroke, you wouldn't be calling me." I'm like, "Oh, okay. So that's good news." So he said, "It's probably just a pinched nerve." The next morning, I made some calls for online or live consultation, and they said basically the same thing. if it was a stroke, you should be in the hospital. I'm like, well, you know, I feel fine, except for I've got some numbness. And so finally I went to an urgent care and they said, yeah, we're calling you an ambulance right now. And
now he's freaking me out because I've had all this tingling shit going on for a year now.
Yeah.
I've had multiple problems that I'm not going to go into.
So I actually drove myself to the emergency room. I walk in and boom, I'm flat on a bed. And they're like, yeah, you had a stroke. And, you know, so I got it all checked out and I had the MRI and the CAT scan and all that stuff.
Right.
And yeah, I was incredibly lucky. So yeah, if you have anything like that, any numbness, like, you know, go get it checked out.
Yeah, people, listen to the man. And we're glad you're here. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and play some of your tune because this is one of my favorite songs. And I think I cut out the intro because it was Ike, he was noodling. So here we go, folks. I think it was, no, that's the other clip. Here we go.
This was in Chicago not too long ago.
All right. To those girls that we love and keep the rock and roll world going.
You're probably getting tired of all the local clowns. They never give you no respect, they never treat you nice. So perhaps you ought to try a little friendly advice. Your groove don't make a fuss, just get on the bus and be a groove so come for the time, for only waiting for you. You never get to move around, you never go nowhere. All the guys tired of all the guys out there. You're always wondering what it's like to go from place to place. So darling, take a little ride on the Mrs. Face. And be a groove butt, just be a groove butt. Squash it and you don't need to wash it. But hey, I'll try your a groove, but of course I listen to the word. Boys in the crew are
just
only
waiting for you.
Hey, that was really good.
That was kick-ass.
I
I was grooving and you cut it off.
I didn't, yeah, it was, I think it was an edit on it.
Yeah, that was a live stream. I'm not sure. Actually, I've never seen that video. I don't have copies of that. That was off of
I don't know where it went.
stream. I don't know
I
where
wonder why
video
that
is.
disappeared. That was very strange. Bummer.
Scientologists.
Those bastards.
You know?
They're everywhere.
You know,
I think
there
there's
were
stocks.
some videos there. We had a whole show recorded last January in Cincinnati, and that is available on our Facebook page, actually. And actually, we did some clips and stuff, and it's pretty cool. You know, the band varies personnel-wise, kind of from show to show. Well, you said it earlier about putting together a Zappa band in the middle of nowhere. You have no idea, man. I mean, literally, you have no idea. It's almost a different band at every show.
I've been watching you long enough to notice that, you know, it's like you guys, you've
I've
always
put together 100 Zappa bands.
Yeah.
It's all Ugly Ready to Rebellion, and it's always me. But you know, hey, I see my buddy Rick Stevens is online. Hey, Rick, thanks for joining
Hey, Rick,
us.
what's happening? What does Rick do? Tell us about Rick.
He's just a longtime fan. I've known Rick for
Nice.
probably, God, I remember him back. He might have actually came to the shows when we were still Uncle Meat. Is that right, Rick?
Wow.
That would have been like 15 years ago. You know,
I
Ugly
remember
Radio,
when you guys were out calling yourself Uncle Meat.
that was, you know what? The band Ugly Radio's been going, it'll be 22 years this June.
God almighty, that's fucking great.
22 years in a Zappa band. This is what it'll do to you. It'll give you a fucking stroke.
Yeah, life is great. and
Your
you
brain's
fucking have a
working too
stroke.
hard, man.
Something like that. You know, I wouldn't trade it for anything. I love it. I mean, when it all started, I wouldn't believe that if you would have told me 22 years later, I'd be sitting here with you.
Yeah, it's
still doing the Zappa stuff, and more motivated than ever. I mean, it's so much fun.
Nice.
It's tough stuff to learn. I think that's what makes it so rewarding to play.
I would agree.
The gymnastics required of each musician.
It's
and what I
heroic.
like about you guys is you just have like a 3-piece band most of the time, and
most of the time, it's
that's hard to do because Frank's usually got 12 people up there.
Yeah. It's you got to have some stuff going on for sure. Yeah,
it's great. You've always got good drummers. Go ahead, Mandy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on
No, that's
you.
okay. There's no bad drummers in a Zappa band. That's for sure.
No.
And touring with Ike. I mean, we've done. I've done probably. I'd have to count, but I'd say at least 150 shows with Ike Willis.
Yeah.
So it's just like Zappa. I mean, legit. Like all.
Oh, absolutely. When I've seen those shows. Like I've looked at you for years. First time I met you, I just saw your videos because I was doing my usual scrolling through all the bands of YouTube.
Sure.
It's like almost like throwing a dartboard some days because if I get a bunch of like really awful pop or something, I'm like ready for something new that'll excite me because by then I'm going, this is awful. God, music's doomed, And then I hear something and I go, whoa. And like
Renews
I said,
your faith. Yep, I know what you mean, man. Well, I think we're actually the band that Ike has played with the most in the last 15 years. I don't think there's any other bands that he's done 150 shows with. And, it's, it's Zappa lessons. And I can't tell you how many times it's 3:00 in the morning. He's sitting next to me. We're driving somewhere to somewhere. And he's talking Frank and he loves talking about it. And every time we talk about it, he would say, well, here's what Frank told me. And I'm like, oh my God, and there's just a lot of people that I would think would just pay a lot of money to sit where I'm sitting,
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, I can't tell you how fortunate I am to have done what I've done for 22 years. And then I get to continue doing it. And also we got like original art t-shirts and, all this stuff all this cool stuff that happens just by being in a Zappa band.
It's a good thing. I think more students and kids should learn Frank Zappa on a drum kit or a piano or.
Well, we got to hook up. I mean, we've talked about that several times. Of like, we got to get together. Where are you located exactly?
I'm right outside New York City. I'm right at the tip of the Jersey Shore where Seabright is. And
I'm north of Detroit. That's doable. I mean, that's pretty much local to me. I mean, anywhere you can drive in a day is local.
We probably just play down there at the what's the gig in Asbury? The Stone Pony. Another place next door. They're both. They're good for original and like good tribute.
That's
bands.
true.
Well, you got good vocals. I can cover a lot of shit, So all we need is a bass player, and we can pull off some 3-piece Zappa.
Oh, I know bass players.
Yeah, actually, she's got a very good bass player.
Yes, my bass player is the best.
We need a valley girl, So
that's not me.
Mandy can make all those noises and make.
Oh my God!
You do a cameo. You come out and we'll do it in leather.
Oh my God!
Hey.
It's such a blast, So yeah, man, hook it up. I would love to come out there and we'll do it as Ugly Radio and just find
we also have our old co-host Irish. We haven't seen him in a while. I don't know why I'm surrounded by all these gingers. They're all around me. I married one. I got a daughter. I've got one in front of me here. I got this Irish fuck from the from us. We're all a mess.
You're doing pretty well with that.
It's fun and. Of all the stuff I've done, I have fun just sitting here talking to musicians. I mean, that's really the bottom line,
I'm loving it, man. This is
when
great.
Mandy comes off a gig.
I mean, you're a legend in my head for sure.
Well, thank you very much. It's always nice to be thanked for just anything in this world. I appreciate it. You're also a great guy, man. That's why we'll always have you back.
I appreciate it. I love it.
I hope your health gets like monster better, but just keep on the, slow and steady, man.
My goal is 110%. And I got to tell you one more thing that I found out. I was doing some research for the show today. Did you know that Dweezil Zappa is actually remixing Deep Purple Machine Head?
Wow.
Yeah, I just found that out. I'm looking at it's on noise.11.com. It says Deep Purple will reissue their classic Machine Head album remixed by Dweezil Zappa. This is dated February 2024.
Wow. That's
So I thought
very
that
cool.
was
You know,
also he's going to be on tour. A lot of 50th anniversary Zappa stuff going on. He's doing the what do they call it? The Rocks Apostrophe tour, and I've got my tickets. He's going to be here in Michigan on August 18th. I already got my tickets. So
I got to see where he's going to be.
Yep.
I opened up for him on his first freaking tour with Lisa Loeb.
Oh no way!
Get
And we got in trouble because my guitar player.
Tour.
You remember Jerry Outlaw?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Jerry was our stunt guitar player. I had hired him exclusively to be
what was
that.
the name of this band in Florida?
It was called the Shake Society.
Yes, yes. Jerry's
They're still out there playing. They're vastly different. We've the band's been together for like 30 years with different people.
He's an amazing player.
We were an institution and still are kind of down there.
That's cool, man.
You know, I've gone back and played with them over the years a few times, not as much as I should have, but you know, life gets busy and it's hard, but they're still out there and they're great guys. And we just had some interesting gigs, but the best part of the story, and then we're going to cut out because we only got a minute or two.
Yeah.
We play, and I'm not trying to be, I think Weasel is an ultimate badass. He's probably the smartest one in his family.
I would agree.
You know what I mean? Like of all the people running the trust, he should probably be the one, but that's just my personal opinion.
I agree.
Having heard all of the stories and I, know people who've dealt with Gail and the whole deal. And you know probably some of those stories from Jury Outlaw time.
Yeah. Also through Ugly Radio. I mean, we've dealt with that too.
Yeah, there you go. So what was I going to say? Oh, so we play our set. And because Jerry was with us, there's a bunch of fans in the audience with Bogus Pomp t-shirts and regalia. Mm-hmm. And we get up there and we were like lean and mean, man. A 5-6-piece band, horn player, keyboard player, one guitar player, and a stunt guitar player, and a bass player, and me. And we came out and we just blew it out for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I would have felt bad for a lot of bands having to come on because at that point, 15, 20 years ago, man, we were a well-oiled machine when we got up there.
Right.
And I kind of felt a little bad for them because we just went out there and throttled, like had the place going shit crazy. Well, when they went on, they're going to sing that I think what was her first song? I can't remember it now. This nice little poppy song she wrote. And it was like after the full bombast of a band with, full mics and drums and stunt guitar players. Well, this guy up front is videotaping the show after we're done. We all haul ass and go to the motorhome we had by the stage to go hang out in. But we're peeking out the window and watching and shit.
All right.
And all of a sudden, a couple of his goofs go crash out into the crowd and grab the camera and get into an altercation with some goob in a Bogus Pomp shirt. So for some reason, Dweezil hears of this and thinks we had something to do with it, like the band or Bogus Pomp, because we had Jerry. And we didn't do shit. We didn't know anything. There's just some fucking people out in the audience,
Right.
It's like I said to the road manager, I go, I can't really curtail people who are coming to see Dweezil who come to see Bogus Pomp. My guitar player plays them. We didn't have anything to do with this shit. Chill out there, buddy. Why don't you go have a beer with me? We'll fucking put oil on the water here, my friend. Calm down. And it worked out, but he was pissed, man. And I don't, if it was my dad, I'd be pissed too. Bottom line.
Sure.
Don't steal my shit.
It might have been somebody coming to see the Lisa Loeb cooking show.
Yes, I'm sure they were. They were going to do a nice veal scallopini. Oh, we can't eat veal because it's a baby cow. No, that's
right. I don't know about that. That's a great story.
Yeah, but that was my, and I have a friend of mine, Billy Halting, who plays with them all the time, and it's a great gig. God almighty.
I saw him on the first tour with Terry Bozzio and Steve Vai at Metal.
Oh, yeah.
Historic.
Historic, man.
Sure. There's no bad Zappa bands.
I got a guy.
No, you can't. That's like a contradiction. You can't.
Exactly.
You can't.
Exactly. If you're gonna play some Zappa, I just assume you've got something going on.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, I saw him on the first tour with Frank. Steve Vai was like 18 or 19.
God. It was historic.
It was fucking unbelible. And I'm trying to remember which concert.
Meadowbrook, maybe 2 years ago, and the best band I've ever seen. Mike Keneally. I'd have to think about who all was in the band, but I mean, the tightest, best band for Zappa, even. I mean, bottom line, the best band I've ever seen.
It's interesting too. Have you ever heard of Doug DeYoung from Australia?
I've heard the name. I'm not familiar.
He's ridiculous, man. You know who I'm talking about, Mandy?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
He was out on tour with Vi, fucking showing Vi his new trick that he does with his arm.
That's crazy.
And Steve Vai, not often he stops and goes, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
It doesn't happen too often.
Lately.
Doug's just ridiculous, man. I mean, in fact, when I thought I was having a heart attack. He was here from Australia, and I woke up, and unbeknownst to me, I was having a severe panic attack, which I've never had in my life like that. My heart, I couldn't breathe. I'm fucking like Tony Soprano about to crash into a building while I'm listening to Steely Dan track, And so we're out there. We call the authorities because I think I'm like geeking out. I couldn't breathe, all blue and shit. And he wakes up and hears this commotion, and they're carrying me out of the house on a fucking stretcher. And I'm telling them I can walk, and they're like, "Fuck that!" So I got to get carried. He comes running out in his underwear. He's like, "Oh my God!" He runs back in the bedroom. It was one of the funniest things I ever saw. And, now looking back at it, but he is just such a tremendous talent. And actually, we're going to have him on. I recently reached out to him, so we'll have him on.
You need to have him on. Yeah.
But so tell me, Mandy, when are you guys playing again? I've seen you got a bunch of gigs.
Yeah. It's like right now we're focusing on getting our promo video together. So it's like everything's going under the microscope,
Good.
So it's not until once we hit, May 19th, then it's bam,
Well, good.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I'm going to spill the beans. They are working on a video with some great people here in town.
Yeah,
I think
that's
are
right.
about the best around, and they're friends of mine, and they're friends of Mandy's, and they're friends of anybody in our musical and radio family.
That's right.
because,
Just find
they're-
Twisted Ginger. Just
they're-
find
they're
us.
the-
Just
you
Google
know,
that shit.
Exactly.
It comes
I mean,
up. It's like
they're good people, and John is one shit crazy guitar player. Holy Christ, can he?
yeah,
play?
smoking.
God, he was asked to go out on tour with Page and Plant. Or no,
Get out.
It was one of the other ones. It was like the singer from Bad Company, The Firm.
Nice.
He's quite talented. He had to make a choice between family and going to Black Arts with Jimmy Page.
That's what it is. That's why I'm stuck in the dirty jers. Like
Yeah, man.
the armpit
listen.
of America.
But remember, when I sell this and we get like Rogan money, we're having to have a place in LA because I just want to go out and enjoy the madness while I can. I'm only 62. And
LA is fun.
it is. I don't want to
Yeah.
live there all the time. I want to keep my place here in New Jersey because this is where I'm meant to live. I
Yeah.
love
It's a nice
it
place to visit.
It's a
But,
nice
yeah,
place to visit for sure.
It's weird too because the past 2 times I've been to Los Angeles, I've been completely sober, which is such a weird experience for me. Every time in my life
for
I've
you.
ever been there, coming or going, I've been a wreck because I just partied for a week at NAMM. Every night you're out with people drinking, they're all buying shots, and it gets so fucking ugly, man. It's like you
Well,
get
now
on
that
the
that's how you
plane the
go,
next
you'll
day,
actually
and
remember it,
people are like, when you get on the train or you get on the plane, they're like holding their kids as you walk by, and you're like, it's just awful. I'm like, I'm not so bad, I like children. Dogs like me. What the hell? Any rate, people, I'm going to go out of here. Scott, it's been a pleasure. Mandy, enjoy your weekend.
My honor.
Scott, nice meeting you.
You know,
Nice to meet you. Thank you
You
so
guys
much.
are great, and thank you for everybody who watches wherever you watch from.
Play a
We
show,
appreciate
Neil.
it.
Let's do some Zappa.
And yes, indeed. And let's play some music, Scott. I'm going to run it out with some of your music, if that's okay with you.
That would be awesome. I'd be honored. Thank you so
That'd be
much.
great. I think we should definitely roll out with some Zappa. People, remember, every week, 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. across the Fruited Plain. That is Eastern Standard Time. So for you people who are in New Mexico or California, remember, the 4 o'clock show is 1 o'clock. But if you have a problem dealing with it, well, I don't know. Just deal with it. Figure it out. Bye. Peace out, everybody.
Your dirty love, like some tacky little pamphlet in your daddy's bottle drawer. Give me your dirty love. I don't believe you've never seen his book before. I don't want your reservation. I don't need your reservation. Not one destination.
right, people, that's some great music. We're going to see you. Thank you for joining us with Ugly Radio Rebellion. We'll see you next time. Take care, Scott. We'll see you next time.
I will look forward to it anytime. I'm your man.
Talk to you soon, my brother.